Peace and love, Brainy Bunch family. How are y'all doing? How are the vibes treating you? Okay, well, let's get into this video. I want to know down in the comments, though. I was serious. But we're about to get into this video because we have some stuff to go over.
I'm unstoppable. I'm a butcher with no breaks. I'm invincible.
We got the first edition of the Book of Wisdom, right? Volume 1 by Henry B. Joseph. Okay. The Reveal of Wisdom, or Revival of Wisdom. My bad. Revival of Wisdom. And it says, "Dear reader, this text is meant as a description of the design concept and the thoughts behind. In addition, it works as placeholder for the final text and shall give an impression how the real end result back cover could look like. For the overall look, I have chosen a clean, elegant design so the book's visual appearance already mirrors the great and professional down-written information it contains. Without losing sight of the powerful meaning behind the symbolism, I recreated the pentagram, the opening eye, and also the Caucasus to achieve consistency in the measurements and dimensions within themselves. Related to the nature of the pentagram, I also integrated the 5 fundamental elements: fire, water, earth, air, and ether. I designed them in a way that their characteristic patterns are representing the energies which lay within them. Furthermore, all symbols and writings are colored in a soft, slightly transparent white with the same as slight transition into a darker color tone to gently embed them." Guys, I don't know if you can see the writing on here, but the E doesn't look like an E, right? It looks like a C. So I'm like, into the background. The background itself shows a galactic nuclear divided into the colors red and blue with a bright shining star in the center. My idea behind this design is that the colors in their contrast to each other are standing for the duality in our universe, like yin and yang. None of them could exist without the other, and only through duality there can be oneness. Lust by the harmonic dance between these two energies, masculine and feminine, life will be created and thrived, symbolized by the bright star in the center of the all happening is life itself. The absolute, God, universe, energy, the divine, spirit, Allah, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? It's you and me, it's everyone, every being, and every spirit, and everything. Okay, that was me. Because we are all one. We are all connected. We are all made out of stars. Period. Great introduction. I'm not gonna lie, it's very descriptive of what they put on the front, which is this redesigned pentagram, and like the colors. I don't know if you see the blue, but you see the red, right? It pops. Then we got the second volume too, because what would be the point of getting the first one but not getting the second one, And if you're on the part of the Soul Tribe family on TikTok, then you've seen the post when I was unpackaging these, okay, right? And I had said that this one is like dipping your toes into it, but this one got more girth, sis. This is when you're ready to get into the methodicalness of spirituality, okay? So this one's a lot more in depth, and this one is like just like a little sprinkle, get your little something in there, get you opening that third eye, seeing things you ain't never seen before. Anywho, so I'm gonna read the back page here. This one starts with, Dear Seeker, okay? Prepare to embark on a journey unlike any other. And I could read this one more clearly just so you guys know. Because I don't know, the dark on here, some of the words were kind of hard to read. This is not just a book. It's a gateway to untold secrets and profound insights that will forever change the way you see the world. In these pages, you'll discover more than just knowledge. You'll unlock the mysteries that lie behind the veil of the ordinary. Yeah, your third eye, baby. Okay. All right. This one gets you asking questions. This one gets you into the deep ends of, okay, because you know there's surface level faith, there's tip of iceberg faith, and then there's just the depths of the ocean faith. Okay. All right. There's levels. All right. So don't think you're rushing to the deep end of the ocean and you ain't even there yet, baby. You haven't even got past the surface level, you know what I'm saying? But for those who have gotten to the tip of the iceberg, then right on time. Okay, period. Dive deeper into the cosmic currents that flow through the universe, guiding your mind, body, and spirit toward a higher plane of existence. Volume 2 takes you further, revealing truths that were once hidden in the shadows. It's a call to awaken your senses, to see beyond the surface, and to embark the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. The journey to enlightenment is not just a discovery of the mind, but a profound transformation of your entire being. Are you ready to transcend the ordinary and step into a realm of understanding, understanding? The answers you seek, the wisdom that you can transform your life are waiting within these pages. Open Book of Wisdom, Volume 2, and let the journey to enlightenment begin. Your consciousness is about to soar to new heights. Signed, Harry B. Joseph. This one didn't get a sign, but that's okay. Bro did it big for this one, though. I'm not gonna lie. He snapped. He snapped. So that was just the introduction of these two great books, okay? And if you're watching this video, I promise you, I'm not gonna say you late or nothing, but we've already been going over it in Omniology review. Now, mind you, when I made this video, as I'm making this video right now in this present moment, we haven't gone over any of this text yet. So this is the first time I'm reading it with you, but as a collective, okay? Mondays in Omniology review, we will be starting to go over this, okay? So if you want to catch up, you know, watch the videos and then come to Omniology review too, so that you have all of that, right? Okay, because you know, I don't want nobody to miss anything. This is critical information that we have to go over as a collective. So yes, all right, all for the research, promise you guys. I'm a spiritual scientist. This is all for research. I gotta hear all the sides of the stories, okay? Because right now, our Boss Up playlist has over 220 books in it, videos, you know, that are comprised of multiple, when I say multiple, I mean multiple, okay? Multiple people who talk about this kind of stuff, like this spiritual stuff, you know, opening your third eye, your pineal gland, okay? Talk about meditation. There's over 200 some different people who've talked about this stuff. Now, mind you, I'm also doing scientific research, right? And there's over, right now I have a list of 50 scientific research papers on this stuff, okay? And that is including, we'll make it 51, because that's including the CIA documents that go over awakening consciousness, okay? Having more conscious awareness, because that's how you'll be able to unlock 100% brain capacity. Y'all think these movies like Lucy and everything be playing around and joking around, but I promise you they're not. Okay, so like I was saying, this is the first time we're gonna go over this, so I'm excited because most of this, I don't know what's in here, but I know we've been doing a lot of research, so I'm expecting to know a good amount of this already. But at the same time, I want to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day is a day to learn, grow, and evolve. Okay, so that's what I'm hoping out of this, okay, is, you know, I learned something brand new and we get to experience together, okay? We get to grow, learn, and evolve together. That's what this channel is about. Thank you, God. So let's go ahead and get into the first pages. I don't know how many pages I could actually show y'all of the book. That's why it's good to come to Omniology Review, because I like to show pictures, but I don't know how much I can really show y'all because there was a copyright warning on the other page. But I'm gonna do it like this, so I don't know. God is good. So, talking about light. The first page, page 5, is talking about light. It says Genesis 1:3 says, "Let there be light." Yes, it does. Okay, we go over the Bible in Omniology Review as well. We exist in a light wave universe where everything is made from light. Low vibrating light form matter, while high vibrating matter transforms back into light. Walter Russell's Universal One, God is a thinking mind. The substance or body of God is light, and the universal substance is a thinking, comprehensible substance with principles familiar to man through observation. The substance of all created things is light. The one substance of thinking mind is all that exits. Mind is revealed through light. Light is energy, okay? So yes, that makes sense. Alright, so then we have the word human, okay, so H-U-M-A-N, and then human, which is H-U-E-M-A-N. Alright, then it has a definition here. Which best defines a hue? An attribute of colors that permits them to be classed as red, yellow, green, blue, or an intermediate between a contagious pair of these colors, red with an orange hue. Okay, hue is a light. It is a what light produces. Okay, when you think of hue, you're thinking of like aura. Okay, as a human, we are an attribute of a color defined by a unique frequency we vibrate at. An aura, your aura field, okay, is determined by what you vibrate at. So if you ever look at people and be able to see like lights, like color, like a ring of color around them, that's their aura field. That's the frequency they put into the universe. That's them as energy. Okay, y'all thought we wasn't gonna be taking notes in this book, but honey, we is. Okay, because this seemed like a kind of book where I could just go ham in some notes. Okay, so because I want to remember these things. Like I said, this is the first time I'm going through this right now. Okay, so let's continue. So if you want to purchase this, it's on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, so you can keep up and everything and go through it yourself and do your own research, because I promote doing your own research. Okay, I'll even put it in the description for y'all. I'll put the link to the books in the description for y'all, because that's how much I want y'all to do your own research. Okay, so right, so placing us within a specific spectrum. Each individual is the mind, not the physical body. That is key right there, is the mind, not the physical body. You are your soul, not your flesh, okay? Without the mind, the body and the physical world would cease to exist, okay? That's why it's mind over matter. That's why they say that, because matter, your body is matter. It's flesh. It's compost. It is made out of dirt, as the symbolism of in the Bible, when they're saying God made man out of dirt and then made woman from the ribs. Like, this is it's talking about how energy is formed into a body, a vessel, a soul. Okay, the mind is spirit. I just said that. Okay, the intelligence that directs the body and shapes the world around us. Okay, remember we was talking about this the other time. Your mind, your eyes are just projectors of what's in your mind. This is why you have to change your perspective. Okay, let's go into this, because I told y'all I expected to know a little bit, and I'm hoping to learn something new, but I knew I was gonna know something. So you know, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing too much research to not know nothing. So yeah, it's functioning like a frequency turner, aligning itself with various frequencies. Okay, talking about the chakras, your 7 chakras. Okay, and it's lining, and then Kundalini energy. Okay, the serpent. The mind resides in the mental plane, which is a shared realm. Okay, the mental plane, conscious. It's talking about conscious, collective consciousness, and how we all are connected. Okay, and Jesus. There's a lot of different interpretations. Okay, but what God Universe has told me is that Jesus' death also symbolized the connection of the collective consciousness. Okay, so there's, you know, some people who say it's like the final stage of going from flesh vessel to spirit to soul, you know, and you could take it either way, but Jesus, you know, was the only one able to do that was that big, you know what I'm saying? And there's other people who do it, don't get me wrong, there's other people who do it, but even to this day, but it's not, I want to say it's not written about, because there's a lot of works that are written about it, but it's like the Bible was trying to tell people the whole time. But you just don't read it, you know, you got to decode it. It's not to be just read for surface level, which is why when people start quoting the Bible to fit their agendas, I'm like, you got surface level faith, baby. Like, what do you want me to say, Buki? I can't, unless you're willing to open up and be open-minded, okay, and learn, then I can't help you. Like, what do you want me to say? So thoughts are not created by the individual, but received, depending on the frequency to the mental plane, and receive ideas and thoughts that align with it. Sorry, did I just skip ahead? Depending on the frequency to which our mind is tuned. When we focus on a topic such as generating wealth, we tune in to that frequency in the mental plane and receive ideas and thoughts that align with it. Okay, so now you can get into telepathy with this as well. Okay, because telepathy is just energy too. So and same thing, if all our minds are connected, so you know what I'm saying, like if all our minds are connected, like it's saying, which is the collective consciousness, right? That's meaning we can use telepathy because it's just energy, and if we're on the same frequency level, it makes it easier. It's, you know, which our mind isn't tuned. Okay, so if we're on the same frequency level, it's going to make it a lot easier, right? And then it says here, receives ideas and thoughts that align with it. So it doesn't matter what it's talking about. Okay, if you are thinking about communicating with another person through thought, okay, and the other person's on the same frequency as you, they'll receive that, the ideas and the thoughts that'll, okay. So our mind usually operates as a dominant frequency based on our daily thinking habits. Okay, very important. Based on our daily thinking habits, because the conscious mind is the thinking mind. Each frequency corresponds to a color. Always. As such, our mind manifests colors in the astral plane according to the frequency we operate on. Amen. Okay, carrying hate, for example, generates reddish colors. Yes, it does. This is why the word human refers to an attribute of color. Our goal should be to ascend to a violet, the highest frequency and vibrational color in the light spectrum. We are alter beings. It says light beings, but I'm also thinking about gamma rays. Okay, so I'm going to do a video on biological foundations. Okay, and this is a class that I received an A in, college level, so I'm going to teach it to you guys because it's important information to know as well. I still have all my notes, so I understand the information, was able to pass the class. I'm gonna share it back with y'all. Okay. All right, so because I paid the money. Why make you pay the money? It says we are light beings in the physical form, manifesting our essence through the frequencies we align with. All right. And so there's some pictures of the brain and your eyes, okay? And how the light enters the retinas. And I like to call these like big projectors. These are projectors. Like it the visual field. Okay, so then we have, which they connected to being the sigil of Lucifer. If you don't know, Lucifer does mean light bearer. Okay, does mean light. It means morning star, which means light. You know what I'm saying? So like God energy. Like okay. We're getting deep, okay, so I might start going off on tangents, so just bear with me now. What are we on, 24 minutes? So I want to finish this page and then we'll call it for this video, okay? So yeah, so Lucifer equals Lucy. Lucy in Latin means light. The sigil of Lucifer is showing you the visual field of the eyes. And guys, we don't have to just take broski's word for it, and bro said trust me, bro, but we don't have to do that, right? We can go ahead and take ourselves to the google.com, go to our favorite etymology website. If it stops trying to look, I have it open. I was trying to search it and I'm like, it is doing something else. So we go to Lucy. All right, we got Lucifer. So I put Lucifer so we can trace it all the way back here. So Old English, Lucifer or Satan, also morning star, also means Venus in the morning sky before the sunrise. Also an effect of the name Diana from Latin. Lucifer means morning star. Noun use of adjective, literally light bringing, from lux, genitive Lucy's, light, from pi root luke, light, brightness, foray, to carry, bear, the root bher, to carry, also to bear children. Venus in the night skies was Hesperus. So if we go to the Leuk, which is the Proto-Indo-European root meaning light, brightness, it might form all or part of, illuminate, elucidate, illumination, illustration, Leah, leukemia, Lego, light, brightness, radiant energy, lightning, loom, link, torch of pitch toe, and a whole bunch of other words. We're not going to go into that. It might also be the source of the Sanskrit locate, which means shine, the Amerindian los, L-O-I-S, which means light, lucin, L-U-S-I-n, which means moon, Greek lekos, L-E-U-K-O-S, means bright shining white, Latin is lucere, L-U-C-E-R-E, to shine, L-U-X is light, L-U-C-I-D-U-S is clear. Okay, then you have Old Church Slavonic, okay, Slavonic, Old Church Slavonic, which is L-U-C-I, Lucy, okay, which means light. All right, so did we get to our end goal? Yes, we did. But is it Latin? No, it's not. So that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't have to do any trust me bros. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can research this stuff, look up words, do your own research, and I'm going through this with you because, like I said, I'm wanting to gain something new out of it. But if I gotta correct it, I gotta correct it. You know what I'm saying? Not to be mean or anything to our bro who wrote the book, you know, but just what it is. We gotta add knowledge, you know. So then it gives a picture of the visual cortex in the brain, okay, that's all the way in the back here, and then it shows the Egyptian sculptures, okay, and like the tomb thing is also looks like the sigil of Lucifer, and looks like how light enters the vision field. So we do not perceive the external world directly. Light waves enter the retinas, and the image we experience is generated in the visual cortex. And that word generated, didn't I was just telling y'all about how I call these the projectors? Located at the back of our brains, the visual cortex is the primary region of the brain responsible for receiving, integrating, and processing visual information relayed from the retinas. The ancient Kemetic Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of reality and the brain's functions, which is why this knowledge is embodied in their sculptures and artwork, okay? And we do go over the Kemetic's color system, how they saw different color energies, okay? So go check out that video. Then we have the electromagnetic spectrum. This is something we will talk about when we do the biology lesson, because we do come back to this. Okay, so element, okay, L equals God, element equals God, mind, ment equals mind. Okay, and like I said, when it comes to etymology, we don't play games. So, because I like to know. Appliance, tool, fail, implant of thrashing. Well, it's adding like EL to like LE to the end of these words. I don't know if that makes any sense here. Y'all, let me just go like this so you can see. Mind you, this is etymology isn't a perfect science because of how much they could have erased from history without us even realizing it. So we try to go as far back as we can, but let me see if there's any definitions that support Bro's hypothesis here. Like, I'm not discrediting this book at all, but like I said, we all have room to grow. I'm not seeing anything on that. Let's see if we can find anything on this ment. So common suffix of Latin origin forming nouns, originally from French and representing Latin mentum, which is M-E-N-T-U-M, which was added to verb stems to make nouns indicating the result or product of the action of the verb or the means of instrument of the action. In vulgar Latin and Old French, it came to be used as a formative in nouns or actions. French inserts a e between the verbal root and the suffix. Use the English verb stems from 16th century, like amazement, betterment, merriment. Okay. I'm not, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not seeing anything to go ahead and say yeah to that statement. Anywho, the elements exist only within the mind. Yep. Humans are God manifested in flesh. That is true. Each of us a fraction of God in separate bodies. That is also true. Connected through the universal mind, collective consciousness. Okay. God is mind and all things exist within this infinite intelligence. True. God is constantly thinking all things into existence, and through our thoughts we participate in the divine creative process. That is true. That's how scientists back in the 1900s and before that were able to make such scientific discoveries, and all they used basically was their mind, was because they were tapping in to the collective consciousness, and God universe was go ahead and giving them the ideas, and that's how they were able to make those discoveries. All right, so about 0.0035%, the entire rainbow of radiation observable to the human eye only makes up a tiny portion of the electromagnetic spectrum, about 0.0035%. This range of wavelengths is known as visible light. Okay, and that's the end of the first page, guys. I think it was a very interesting first page, and there were a lot of truths in it. Okay, so I'm excited to see what all is next in this book. It's gonna be crazy. All right. And remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Y'all have a blessed day. Amen.